Welcome to Building Leaders for Success. I am Stewart.
And I'm Elise.
Yes, today we're talking about communication skills are needed. Anytime you're building a business, or not even a business, but just in your personal life, you have to be a good communicator. You have to be able to communicate well. Because if you're not able to communicate, people will not be able to understand what you're saying and what you're talking about. One thing about it is communication skills allow others and yourself to understand information more accurately and quickly. You have to be able to communicate to all kind of different people of diverse backgrounds. Some people may have accents. Some people may not really be able to understand English or even have it as their first language. But you have to be able to communicate. Like today, I was at a business meeting and at a networking meeting, and it was people there of different diversity and different ethnic groups, but I was able to communicate with them. They were saying words that I knew, and some people don't know certain words. They may not know scrupulous, or they may not know your innate ability, or they may not know certain words that people throw out of there. We was talking about AI. They might not even understand what AI is and what AI is about. So you have to be able to communicate and listen.
Absolutely.
You have to be a good listener.
You have to be a good listener. Communication comes in all different ways. You can have verbal communication. You can have nonverbal communication. But sometimes your nonverbal communication is stronger than your verbal communication. Because if you are communicating with someone and you want to portray something, let's say that you say that you want to go out to eat, but your body language is saying, listen, I don't really want to go, but I'm saying this just so that I can please you. In a way like that, it comes off to others as nonverbal communication in a negative way. So even though communication comes across positive or negative, if you're trying to portray something, you have to make sure that your body language is going along with your verbal language so that what you're really trying to say is coming across right.
Yeah, it is verbal language and communication also, because somebody can walk in the room and they may not be that good looking, and you may give them that look like, oh my
What's that
God,
look, baby?
to give them that look like they're not that good looking, or somebody might say something that's wrong or that's not good to you, and next thing you know, you're getting that attitude, or they see how your facial expression is. That's nonverbal communication. Communication is very much needed in every area of your life. You have to have it, because we were created to be able to communicate, and not just communicate, but communicate effectively. Is your communication being effective? Is your communication changing people's perspectives? Is your communication letting people know, hey, it's just like, say, if you tell somebody, I'm going to get back to you on this particular date or this particular time, and you don't get back to them. That means that your communication wasn't effective because you didn't keep your word. You know what I'm saying? You didn't keep your word on what you were telling them.
I'm glad you said that, baby, because being an effective communicator goes a lot with keeping your word. And that goes a lot with having a business, owning a business, building business relationships, and everything that we're building together. When your communication is off, or if you don't let somebody know when you're coming, don't let someone know what's going on with you, and your communication is off, they can go to the next buyer, the next seller, or the next person that's speaking better than you, or probably saying something that you wanted to put in your presentation, but you never got a chance to get that across because you missed the meeting or you didn't communicate effectively. So someone else was able to grab either a business opportunity or able to build a relationship that you could have built within yourself because you weren't communicated effectively.
Yeah, that's true because you wasn't communicating and keeping your word. Like Elise was saying, you have to begin, even in communication, to be able to have good eye contact. My dad always taught me, even when you shake people's hand, look them in their eyes. Because you have to begin to have good eye contact and let them know that you're serious about what you're talking about. It's no game. You didn't come to play, but you came to make a deal. You didn't come to play. You came to be able to make a profit. You didn't come to play, but you came to make an impact, right? Also, you have to tailor your language to your audience, right?
Absolutely.
You have to tailor your language to your audience. If you're talking to somebody about a boat business, you have to begin to communicate about boats, right? If you're talking about a football game, you have to begin to communicate about football. I can't talk about boats and we're talking about football. That's not tailored to what's going on in front of me, right? I have to begin to tailor my language, and I have to be able to be effective in that. If I'm talking with the President of the United States, I'm not going to talk how I talk with my friends, because that's the President of the United States. So I have to begin to, it's a different type of respect that comes with it, right? So you have to begin to tailor your language in that effective manner, in that effective way, right? And also you have to begin to listen effectively. Going back to listening. Listening skills is very important. You must be a good listener, because if you listen to be heard and not listen for other people to hear you out, then you say what you have to say. That means you don't have effective listening skills, because you already want to say what you want to say. You don't really care what they're talking about, and that's not effective listening.
I definitely understand and agree with that totally, because if your listening skills are off, then you can miss key points in the actual conversation that could have taken the conversation in a whole different direction, that could have attracted a different crowd, that could have got a different reaction. But with you only in your own thoughts and not paying attention to what's going on in the conversation that you have and not listening, you are missing everything that could have taken you to the next level. And that's very, very important with business relationships and relationships with your actual customers, because you can be listening to them thinking about what you have to say next, but missing the key point that can make that particular customer and other customers draw into you and can be potential teammates.
Yeah, that's so true. In your personal life, good communication skills can improve your personal relationships by helping you to understand others and to be understood, right? Failure to communicate effectively can cause failure in your life and in business. It will cause failure in your life if you do not begin to communicate effectively to the people that you are trying to reach, the people that you're trying to educate, the people that you're trying to bring into your business to be business partners. You have to begin to talk to them with their language and with their lingo, right? If you have a salon, you're not going to go after people that don't want their hair done. You're going to go after people that want their hair done, and you're going to speak their language. Absolutely. Hey, we have today braids. I have a braid sale going on, $50 twist.
But you want to talk to someone with no hair that's bald with the same deal, you could go to them. Hey, I have a friend that has a barbershop that could definitely hook you up. That's a way to effectively communicate, because you're listening to what the customer or that particular teammate needs, so that both of you guys can come together with an understanding to take it to the next level.
Yeah, that's so true. And also, you have to have good writing skills. You have to have good personal skills. Personal skills, that helps to improve your self-esteem. When a person can have good dialogue and they're able to communicate well, their self-esteem is up. Their self-esteem feels great because they're able to communicate well. When a person is not able to communicate well, at times their self-esteem is low, because they're not able to really get out what they really want to say. And they're not really understanding what you have to say because they feel a certain type of way. That's why, you could be in certain rooms, and some people can't be in those rooms because they feel like they don't know what the people are talking about. And then one thing about it is, one thing that's free in this world that you can buy and you can get the knowledge out of is the dictionary. It's the encyclopedia. Absolutely. Now you can go on Google. I mean, it's all kind of ways to be able to learn new words and new vocabulary words. I remember a guy told me years ago, he was a mentor. He said, man, it's a lot of words out here. You know, a lot of cuss words, a lot of words. But he said it's a lot of dictionary words that people can use effectively so they can communicate better. But he said most people don't use them.
Absolutely. And then another thing with communication, everything that you're trying to build and everything that falls in your life is always surrounded by the communication that you have. Anything that you do that gets you to that next level, that gets you in that next room, that gets you in front of someone that can take your business to the next level, that can take your growth to a next level, can take anything that you need to do to the next level, is form of communication. Anything that puts you in that same room, communication can be the same thing that'll take you out of that room and to keep you or bring you down further than where you already are. The thing is, you have to communicate with each person on their own level. You have to be diverse and you have to be versatile in your communication, where you are able to reach the high, reach the low, reach people where they are, so they can better themselves, no matter if they're on a level higher than you or a level lower than you. What you can do is work personally on your communication skills. So whatever room you're in, you're able to take that room, control that room, and make it better for you and the people that are in there, to give them better guidance to where they need to be.
Yeah, that's true. Effective communication skills is very important. And like we said, you have to tailor it to people's language and their thought process.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to put things in layman terms. You can't go and speak deep words to a person that's in kindergarten.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have to show them, hey, this is this and this is that. You play with this, Johnny. You play with this toy. You know. Now, later on down the line, if you have a kid that's in your house, yeah, you could teach them. You know, just like our daughter, she learned how to speak like Spanish, I believe. Because a kid was in her class and she was able to pick that up and to be able to grasp it and to be able to learn it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like even with children, they'll pick up on words. Absolutely. They'll pick up on words, even if they're big words, because if they're around them, they're going to pick up them and they're going to use them, right? But
whether good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad. So if you want your kids to have a small brain, just keep using small words. But if you want them to have a vast brain and a vast memory and a vast language and dialogue and dialect, use words that's going to be able to stimulate their brain.
But with communication, you teach them those particular words, but you define those words for them.
Yeah,
so it broadens their imagination. Mm-hmm. And you're able to take what you have, even at the level that you are, even at the analytical stage that you are as an adult. You can take that and still take that communication and interpret it, and a kid will interpret that and put it in their own words, in their own imagination, using the words that you've given them. Mm-hmm. So just imagine what you do and what you use as an adult that can inspire, build the imagination, talent, and help your children at the age that they are at now.
Yes, definitely. And also, I just want to say too, communication skills are so important with customer service. Let's say most companies that have amazing customer service, I'm thinking about one, Chick-fil-A, they make amazing revenue. Because if your customer service is low, your revenue is going to be low. But if your customer service is amazing, your revenue is going to be amazing. Because people want to come back to people that's treating them amazing and treating them right, right? So you have to begin to have good customer service, even when you're dealing with people, even when you're dealing with individuals. When it comes to business, your customer service has to be amazing. So you have to work on it daily.
Absolutely.
Right? You have to work on it, man. Customer service is a powerful thing, I promise you, because you're serving the customer. You're not serving you. That's why it's called customer service. You're serving the customer. And what you can't do for the customer, you can't do. But what you can do is to serve them well.
And then I could tell you like this. You can have horrible customer service and get a lot of business from the wrong people. You can have amazing customer service and make amazing revenue serving to people who feel like you feel. Just think about this. The manager of an actual business tells their employees, hey, I want you to have amazing customer service, give them the most amazing service that they ever had in their life. The person is going to come back just because they felt great in that particular moment. You never know what people are going through in their lives. I'll go to a person that's giving me great customer service, even if the food is, before I go to a person that has horrible customer service and amazing food.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because in that particular moment, I can eat, whether it's amazing or whether it's, it'll go down the same and I'm still going to get full. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have a smile on my face and I'm going to feel like, hey, my money, it was worth it. And I feel a lot better about myself.
That's true.
Instead of me going to a place where the food is amazing, but I feel like trash when I leave. And I feel like even worse because I gave them my money at the end of it.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So think about that with customer service. If you work in the customer service field, try to give that to your customers because you never know what they're going through.
Yeah, that's true. And also, you never know. I was thinking about somebody I knew. They gave amazing customer service throughout years. They worked at a bank. And they gave it for years and years and years. And they had loyal customers. They had loyal people coming back to them. They were, working for years there. And one day, one of their customers passed away. The customer's mother passed away. And they said, my mother wanted to leave you something. And they was like, what? They was like, yeah. She wanted to leave you her condo. So they signed over the condo to the person. Yeah, just because of their customer service. They had immaculate customer service. They had good communication skills. And throughout the years, they served these people. And when the mother passed away, they gave the condo to the person.
So she made a big impact on her life. Mm-hmm. You never know in this life who life you're going to make a big impact on. We're going through a lot. We went through COVID. We're going through different things with schooling. Kids are at home. Kids are at school. One day you're working, one day you're not because of everything that's going on, the pandemic, and even further. But you never know what the little kindness that you do does for another person. And that is very, very, very important when it comes to effective communication because that is where it's important. When it hits someone else and you're able to see that because in that time, they take that and give it to someone else. You never know how far it goes.
Yeah, that's what they old saying. My grandmother used to say, watch what you say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know, so watch what you say because your words can kill or it can make people better.
Absolutely.
It can make people sick or it can heal people. So you have to be careful on your words and use them wisely because they will cut or they'll heal.
They can cut deep or they can heal it all. You never know.
You never know. Well, I'm thankful today, man, for everybody that's looking. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Like and subscribe.
Definitely. Like and subscribe. We're thankful for you. This is Stewart again.
And this is Elise.
Building leaders for success.
Always.